Hey everyone, Jay Whitner here with Space Headlines. We do a quick recap each week of what's going on in space. And today we're going to be talking about the third week of June 2019. Our first item has to do with the National Security Launch Program. House Armed Services made some last-minute changes and have now locked in the policies for the National Security Launch Program. There are basically four companies that are really serious competitors for the two contracts that are available: SpaceX, Blue Origin, United Launch Alliance, and Northrop Grumman. So only two of them are going to win. But there were some changes in the contracts, and basically the fundamental final deal is that after the first 29 launches are done, new competitors can come in and compete for future launches. And because of special arrangements that in the past have been made with other companies, SpaceX is going to get a $500 million allocation sort of for certification infrastructure things to sort of compensate for things that other providers have gotten in the past. Bigelow made the news with an interesting announcement. Bigelow has inked a contract with SpaceX. They have deposits down for 4 dedicated launches for Bigelow, and these are going to be launches to the International Space Station carrying people. So the reservations are for 4 flights. Each flight would carry up to 4 people, and the people would stay on the International Space Station for most likely between 1 and 2 month duration. And the cost of taking advantage of this opportunity is $50 million. So start saving now. The NASA administrator, Mr. Bridenstine, has confirmed that problems that have been encountered by SpaceX and by Boeing are going to delay the commercial crew effort. And as part of the ramifications of that, NASA is looking to get some fresh arrangements with Russia for carrying people up to the space station so that there's not any lapse of U.S. access to the space station. And apparently right now they're talking about buying 1 more seat for autumn of 2019 and 1 more seat for spring of 2020. So hopefully this will buy enough time for the developments needed at the Boeing and SpaceX fronts on commercial crew. The Government Accountability Office, the GAO, has come out with a report that basically says that NASA accounting practices are understating the actual cost of the Space Launch System. And we already know that the Space Launch System is quite a bit over budget and years behind schedule, so this would be apparently in addition to the already known issues. And Boeing is getting millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, of what they call award fees for good stuff they're doing. And Lockheed Martin is in a similar position with Orion, and Lockheed Martin is also getting these award fees. So we'll see how this shakes out. NASA has certainly criticized some of the GAO report information, and we'll see what the final outcome is of all this. Mr. Bezos made some remarks that were very far-reaching in nature, which is common for Mr. Bezos. What he was talking about was the lunar lander, the Blue Moon program that Blue Origin has. They've been working on a lunar lander for a few years now. And what he was talking about was long-term plans for the lunar lander include using lunar ice and making propellants out of the lunar ice to power the lunar lander. So the lunar lander was designed to operate on hydrogen and oxygen propellants. So the ice of the moon can be broken into hydrogen and oxygen to fuel the craft. And the VE7 engine is coming along well, and they're geared up to carry crew and people to the moon by 2024, which ties in very well with the Artemis timetable. Speaking of Blue Moon and the VE3 engine, also this week they passed a big test in development of the engine with a 35-second hot fire test. This was the planned duration of the test. The engine lasted throughout the entire planned duration. Everything seemed to go really well with the VE7 engine. And the engine appeared to be in perfect condition after the test. So kudos to Mr. Bezos, who, as you are probably aware, is funding Blue Origin personally to the tune of $1 billion a year through selling $1 billion of Amazon stock each year. The Planetary Society was also in the news. Their Light Sail 2 actually, is getting ready to launch. It's going to launch in late June on a Falcon Heavy. And if you're not familiar with this concept, similarly to how a sailboat can maneuver and propel itself through the water due to wind pressure on the sail, light sails operate by light pressure on the sail and can maneuver in a similar way. So this is the Planetary Society's second effort at this. The first one, by the way, failed through no fault of the Planetary Society. There was a launch vehicle problem long ago. So this will be their first chance to show their stuff with the light sail, and best of luck to them. That's it for Space Headlines, covering the third week of June 2019. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in about a week with our next show. Take care.